tenemos una persona que es muy difícil de clasificar, porque yo podría hablar de una leyenda, un ícono del rock, pero eso sería ser injusto, porque este caballero ha sido un ícono del soul, del country, del pop, del jazz, ha hecho discos con la Filarmónica de Londres, ha creado uno de los clásicos más grandes del área del disco y es un padre del movimiento de la música unplugged y acústicos. Él ha hecho de todo y lo ha hecho con mucho éxito por 5 décadas, así que yo creo que no hay ninguna comparación y todo el mundo sabe que estoy hablando de Sir, porque tiene un título de nobleza, Sir Rod Stewart. Muchísimas gracias por darnos este tiempo. Welcome, Sir. Thank you for sharing this time with us.
Miguel, how are you this fine day?
Hi. Thank you so much for sharing this time with us. We are so excited about the show. And, okay, so my first question is, it's been a long time. It's the first concert you will be playing in the Dominican Republic. But have you ever been to the Dominican Republic before?
I think, no, I may be wrong here, but I think I was there in 1984.
Okay.
So there's a fairly long gap in between shows. I need a rest.
All right, no. But I'm very happy that you are coming, especially at this moment in time, because I think that the COVID experience made people have a different perception, because live music was one of the things that were taken away from us, and I think that the fact that we are able to do this again, people are having new appreciation of concerts. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think so. It's lovely to get out there and be doing it again. You know, music, we live in a very divided world now, and music can bind us together and have some fun and some laughs. We've lost 2 years of our lives. In fact, I'm going to start cheating about my birthday now, because I think, COVID took 2 years away. So I'm going to be 76 instead of 78.
Well, that's clever. I think I will apply that technique as well. But also, I think you are also making up for lost time, because you have been very active. You have released a record. You are doing a Vegas residence. You are touring at a global level, and you are going back to Las Vegas after we do this. How different is this experience? Like, is it different to go on a tour than to have a residence in a place like Las Vegas, which is an overwhelming theater, I think?
Yeah. I've been to the Las Vegas residency. I've been, I think, 11 years now. It's what I call comfortable, because I get to sleep in my own bed every night and don't have to stay in a hotel, because I only live like 40-minute flight from Las Vegas in Los Angeles. By the same token, you don't get the enthusiastic crowds that you would get in a normal show.
Okay.
Because in Las Vegas, people just come in and see you and go, "Oh, well, I've heard of this guy. See who he is." So, in a nutshell, they're not real die-hard fans. But nevertheless, it's probably one of the greatest places you could see your favorite act. Have you ever been there?
Yes, of course. And that's my second question to you. Do you go to concerts while you are in the Las Vegas? Do you see other shows?
Let me see. I did go to one. Where it was now. I tend to, because we're there for 10 days. I tend to get out as quick as I can.
Okay.
Get a good night's sleep, because otherwise, with my band, I could get myself into lots of trouble.
All right. So, as we mentioned in our introduction, you are part of royalty. You are Sir Rod Stewart. Of course, this past year was kind of a special, because the world lost Queen Elizabeth. You wrote a very helpful tribute. How was your relationship to the Queen? And I am curious about this, because you're probably the only person I will ever have the chance to ask. What does it entitle to have a knighthood? I mean, do you have access to a special club? Do you get invited to parties at the palace, or what?
No, you actually get none of those. It's let me explain. There's a committee that people can write into, and fans from anywhere, and say, look, we love Rod Stewart, and or we don't, and we think he should be awarded for his efforts for charity, and so it isn't the royal family that decide to give it to you. It's actually decided by committee, and then the royal family give it their their seal of approval.
Okay.
But it's a wonderful honour. It really is. It was one of the greatest days of my life because I love the royal family, and I was very sad when the Queen passed. But I did get to know her on several occasions.
Okay. All right.
She was the most charming of ladies.
All right. And there's one thing that I was very shocked when I found out, because I think that you have always kept your own sense of style, and you are sort of a fashion icon, and you have like probably the most distinctive hairstyle in the planet. And then I just read that you are actually colorblind, so you cannot distinguish colors.
Yeah.
And I remember like these bright colors you used to wear in the 80s. I had myself made like a couple of shirts that look just like, some poster or some cover. So how did you handle this? I mean, can you tell, like if you take a shirt and a pant, do you know that they go together, or do you need help doing that?
Well, first of all, let me tell you, going back to fashion, and this is a great quote, and you must use it. Fashion comes and goes, but style lasts forever. That's a good quote you should put in your paper. But no, I'm not that colourblind. I can tell the difference between blue and yellow. But where I come adrift is some blues and some purples I get mixed up.
Okay.
Sometimes some greens and some reds, depending on what light is shed upon them. But if I do feel, I've made a mistake, I can always go and ask my wife.
Okay, well, that's a good reference. Also, talking about your wife and your family, I know you have 8 sons and daughters that ages ranging from 11 to 60, which is impressive. You also have a granddaughter, which I think has the coolest gene pool in the planet, because she's your granddaughter, but also she's the daughter of Academy Award winning actor. It's
Benicio.
Benicio del Toro. So is she artistically inclined? Do you think she will become an artist eventually?
To say she's just started playing football for her school, but she is coming with me, so she wants to see that part. And I think Benicio might be making a visit as well.
That's
so
cool.
It's going to be wonderful. And she hasn't shown any signs for singing just yet.
Just yet. Well, you do have Ruby. I saw Ruby singing with you in Viña del Mar. She's a great singer, actually. So she's the only one of your 8 offsprings that is interested in doing music, right? Because they all have their own path and they are doing different things.
Yeah, absolutely. Ruby, by the way, is expecting a baby in a few months.
Yeah, congratulations. I read that would be your second grandchild, right? And you're expecting a third one.
Let me add to you, my son and his girlfriend are expecting a baby too, and they're both boys.
That's very cool. And it's been a while, so I was calculating. So your youngest son is and your granddaughter are 11. So it's been 11 years since you have dealt with babies. So are you excited about it? Do you like babies? I guess you like babies because you have had so much.
That. Yeah, but what's most interesting, I don't know if you know this, but I lost 2 of my brothers in the space of 2 months.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
and I gained 2 grandchildren, so, that's showbiz.
But that's the circle of life, isn't it? So you.
It is, yeah.
I was also very sad to read, and also you mentioned your family, and I read your book. I know that you had like a very close, loving family, and do you think this is the case that's why you have been able to get your family together? Because even though you have had different marriages and different children, if you can tell by looking at your social media that you guys are all involved, which is very difficult to do, no?
We are. We're all very close. In fact, we all flew up to see a football match last night. I'm a big Glasgow Celtic supporter, and I took my daughter because she's been begging to go and see what it's all about. So I took her up there last night. But we are a close-knit family, and I came from a family where there was no divorce.
Yes. And
my mum and dad stayed together all their lives, but I got divorced twice. But I think my kids have come through it extremely well.
And
I'm very proud of every one of them.
You have been together with Penny now for almost 20 years. Not Penny Lancaster. You've been married for 15 years,
Yeah, I
but
think it's
you
more
have
like
like an
23
18.
now.
That's that's the best proof that at the end, you can find love at any age, right? It's a good example.
Yeah, it certainly does. Yeah, I was very lucky, but yeah, I think we've been together a bit longer than that now, more like 23 years.
Oh wow, that's great.
Wonderful.
Okay, so
And she's a policewoman. Did you know that?
she's what?
She's a policewoman.
Oh, I didn't know that. But I was very amused by the fact that you said that this is the first time you had to deal with menopause, because you had 2 divorces, but they came before that process, and so you were like telling people how to deal with it, which was funny. Okay, so talking about the concert next week, what can we expect? I mean, we are so excited. This is really great a chance for us.
Okay. All right, every song you can imagine. We'll be playing for a couple of hours. It's so totally different from the last time we were there. There's actually 6 wonderfully talented girls in the band who play various instruments, violin, banjo, percussion. They all dance and they all sing. And there's 6 guys who it's probably the best band I've ever had. So, very sexy, colourful, wonderful event, and I look forward to seeing everybody there.
Well, thank you very much. We are so humble, so excited to have you here, and I know we will have a blast, and I hope you have a great year, which promises to be very interesting for you, because there's a lot of professional commitments, but also family things.
Maybe we'll meet up.
Oh, maybe. I hope so. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, my friend. Thank you.